GR IAS Academy.
100 days, 100 themes, one goal UPSC Prelims. Hello all, welcome to the program Mission Surya. We deal with current affairs completely in Prelims perspective. Let's get started with our today's session. Our first topic for today is the maritime sector of India. What do we say this maritime sector of? Maritime sector consists of the ports plus shipbuilding companies plus blue economy and inland waterways. These constitutively we call it as maritime sector. Okay. Generally in India, trade will be happening in three ways. What are those? Through land, through air and through water. So, the trade which is happening through water is maritime trade, and the economy which is coming out of it is blue economy. Okay. So, basically India is a major exporter and an importer, and this maritime sector is around 95% by volume and 70% by value in the international trade. It is a backbone of international trade by contributing to 95% by volume and 70% by volume. And why this maritime sector of India is in news is, generally the government of India is planning to develop the ports, What if the ports become efficient? Basically what happens if ports become smarter and efficient? The trade becomes cheaper, exports increases, and the economy of the India also grows. Generally, if we see the coastal area of our India, see, this is our coastal area. So, this coastal area around this, we approximately has 7,500 kilometers of coastal line. Okay, and we have a basic information, 12 major ports and 200 plus minor ports in India. Okay, next. So, to develop these ports and all, Government of India has come up with few new initiatives also. Let us see what are those few initiatives. One is the Digi Bandar. What is Digi Bandar? Digi Bandar is nothing but of making ports smarter, means introducing AI and data analytics in the systems, which improves cargo handling, transparency and safety. Then coming to Green Tug program. What is this Green Tug program? Okay, before going into this, let us see what is tug. What is a tug? A tug is a small ship. A small ship which brings a big vessel in the sense big ship, to the ports. And with the help of this tugs only, these big ships come and park in the ports. Park in the sense they come for anchorage. Okay, so India has come up with Green Tug program. What is that program? Means government is planning to build 100 eco-friendly tugs by 2040. A basic information, our Viksit Bharat, when the year of Viksit Bharat is 2047. Viksit Bharat 2047 is our this thing. So by 2040, India wanted to build 100 eco-friendly tugs. And for what? To reduce the population. Sorry. Cut it here, sir. Okay. Government of India plans to build 100 eco-friendly tugs by 2040, and mainly to reduce the pollution. And to promote green maritime logistics. India is coming up with Green Tug program. And then the maritime investment roadmap. What is this roadmap is about is a $1 lakh crore plan for focusing on shipbuilding, port modernization and green fuels. Okay. So this is the roadmap for maritime investment. All these discussions are happened in India Maritime Week 2025. Where this has happened? India Maritime Week 2025, which is organized by Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Whatever comes under, whichever the investments, whatever the developments are, everything of blue economy or this maritime sector comes under the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. When this Maritime Week, Indian Maritime Week 2025 was conducted is on October 27th to 31st of 2025. Okay, where this Indian Maritime Week 2025 held is in? It is in Mumbai. And let us look into the theme also. What is the theme for that event? It is United Oceans, One Maritime Vision. Uniting Oceans, One Maritime Vision is the theme of the Indian Maritime Week 2025. During this period, and again I am repeating it, who will be the ministry for this thing? Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. When it was conducted on October 27th to 31st in 2025 in Mumbai. Okay, the theme is again Uniting Oceans, One Maritime Vision. Okay, next. Let us see the trade share of maritime sector in India. It accounts for 95%. It accounts for 95% by volume and 70% by value to international trade sector. Okay. Then what is the port efficiency then? The turnover time has been drastically reduced from 93 hours to 48 hours. Okay, the port efficiency. By making the ports efficient, by making the ports smarter, what happens? The turnaround time will drastically decrease from 93 hours to 48 hours. Then inland waterways. Number of operational waterways has jumped from 3 to 29. Okay, from 3 to 29, such a big number. Then, what are the human resources? How much the human is contributing to the maritime sector? In maritime sector, Indian seafarers constitute 12%. How much? 12% of global workforce. Manlo 100% of global workforce is in India, out of which 12% of the workforce is in maritime sector. Okay. Next. See, what are the structural weaknesses? Why we are still in the backward thing in maritime sector in the sense is shipbuilding. India accounts shipbuilding. Majorly we import engines from so many countries. That how shipbuilding, India accounts for approximately 1% of global shipbuilding. We don't have such equipped shipbuilding companies in our India. So we just account for only 1% globally. And coming to import reliance, we generally import based country for ship engines. Okay, 95% of marine engines are imported. 95% of marine engines are imported. Then flag tonnage. Indian flagged vessels represent only 0.8%. 0.8% of global tonnage, which is in high taxation, this thing. And then transshipment. Coming to transshipment, India faces intense competition. It faces intense competition from hubs like Colombo due to limited domestic handling capacity. We don't have such limited handling capacity like countries like Colombo. Okay, so we face issues in transshipments, we face issues in flag tonnages. Like we don't have so many ships that we own India has been built. Make in India ships, make in India concept like building ships in India. These are not happening because we maximum import from the other countries. And the shipbuilding also, it accounts for only 1% globally. Okay, these are the weaknesses what we have to see. Okay, so what are the long-term visions and programs the government of India has come up to make maritime sector better in India? Let's see. The first is Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047. Maritime Amrit Kal Mission 2047. It is a massive roadmap targeting 80 lakh crore investment across ports, shipping and inland waterways for building ports, shipping and inland waterways. By 2040, India is planning to invest 80 lakh crores. Then the second thing is Maritime India Vision 2030. Okay, Maritime India Vision 2030, which states 10 specific themes to develop India as maritime powerhouse. India has to become maritime powerhouse with 10 specific themes. Next, the Sagarmala project, everyone must be knowing about this. This is a flagship program aimed to develop ports and logistics, aims at port-led development to reduce logistic cost. Flagship scheme which is aimed to port-led development and to reduce logistics cost. Okay, what recently we have a port named Vizinjam in Kerala is being developed as premier deep water transshipment hub. It is being developed as a premier deep water transshipment hub in Kerala, which is in Vizinjam. Okay, so one nation, one port initiate aimed to creating unified process across all India ports. This is what India is aiming at. What is it? One nation, one port. It is an intimate aim to creating unified processes across all India ports. This is what we have to know about the maritime sector in India. Okay. Next, moving on to the next topic, the annual survey of industries ASI 2023 to 2024. This survey is conducted annually. What is this survey is about? Survey is about the industries. Okay. See, which ministry comes under, in which ministry this survey comes under? Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Who is conducting this survey? The survey is conducted by National Statistical Office, which is operated under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. What are the legal mandates on which act this annual survey of industries has been conducted? The survey is conducted annually under the Collection of Statistics Amendment Act 2017. Collection of Statistics Amendment Act 2017. Now, let's see what is the scope and coverage. Okay. And what are the factories which are included and what are the factories which are excluded? Let's see this. All the industries have to be basically the one which are registered under Factories Act 1948. The industries which are registered under Factories Act 1948, all these industries will be surveyed. All are included. Factories registered under section 2M of clause 1 and 2 of Factories Act 1948. Then BD and cigar manufacturing establishments, cold storage entities, then few electricity board entities. All these are included in the annual survey of industries. Then let us see what are excluded. What are excluded? Defense establishments are excluded, railway workshops are excluded, oil storage and distribution deposits are excluded, and gas storage facilities are also excluded from this annual survey of factories. Okay. Next, coming to the rankings given by the annual survey of industries, the GVI has increased from, gross value added has been increased from 11.89% when compared to previous year. So, the top 3 states with regard to GVI are Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Top 3 states are what? Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. And when we see about the industrial output, it grew by 5.80% over the previous year. Industrial output has also been increased from 5.80% from previous year. Coming to employment, 5.7 million jobs in the last decade has been created in the industries. In industrial sector, 5.7 million jobs have been created. What are the top 3 states in employment are? Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Have a note on it, friends, because examiner might trick you here. See, 3 states, top 3 states in regard with GVA are Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Top 3 states with regard to employment is Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Maharashtra. These are reverse of it. So, have a look on it and make a note of it so that the examiner might trick you. Okay. Next. And okay, this is about annual survey of industries. Now, next moving on to the next topic, incentive scheme for critical mineral recycling. Critical mineral recycling. Okay. See here, the cabinet has approved 15,000 crores incentive scheme to promote critical mineral recycling. Okay. So, which industry, what is the nodal industry for critical mineral recycling? It is Ministry of Mines basically. It is a subcomponent of National Critical Mineral Mission. Okay. What is the duration of this recycling mission? This is of around 6 years, from financial year 2025-26 to financial year 2030 to 31. This is the duration. What is the budget? I already told you, budget is given around 1,500 crores. Okay. What is the objective of this scheme? Why this incentive? Why for recycling a critical mineral? Why India has to provide incentives? Let's see about it. What is the main objective of it? The main objective is to build an incentivized domestic capacity for separating and extracting critical minerals from waste streams. What are those waste streams? Waste streams are like e-waste, all the e-waste, majorly lithium-ion batteries. Okay. These are mainly targeted. See, now what are the minerals which are targeted in this critical mineral recycling scheme? The scheme specially covers 27 critical minerals, out of which few important are cobalt, antimony and calcium. Okay. Then what are the eligible raw materials? As I have said, subsidies apply to recycling operations, processing e-waste, lithium-ion batteries, scrap and other relevant industrial scraps. Okay, these are the raw materials which are included for the subsidy to get it in critical mineral recycling incentive scheme. Next, who are the eligible beneficiaries? The beneficiary is open to all large scale and small scale recycling firms and including majorly the startups. Okay, including majorly the startups. Next. So, let us see few schemes. Financial incentive mechanism. What is it now? The scheme provides financial support. The scheme provides financial support coverage for both capital and operational cost with strict ceiling based on the size of the entity. Based on the size of the entity, this scheme is supporting both capital and operational costs. Okay. What are the subsidies? Covers both CAPEX and OPEX. What is CAPEX and OPEX? CAPEX is capital expenditure, OPEX is operational expenditure. Okay. What are the limits for large entities? I've already told you who are the beneficiaries, who are eligible. The large scale entities, small scale entities and the startups are also eligible. Okay. So what are the limits for large scale entities? Majorly the large scale entities, total incentives capped at 50 crores. Total incentive is capped at 50 crores and internally it has to be sublimited to 10 crores. Okay, 10 crores of operational expenditure. Then coming to limits for small entities or startups. What is the limit for small entities and startups is 25 crores has been capped. Internally it has been sublimited to 5 crores of exclusively for operational expenditure. Okay. Got it? Large entities, large scale entities and small scale entities. Large scale entities capped with 50 crores. Internally it has to be subcapped to 10 crores. Right? Yeah, 10 crores for operational expenditure. For small scale and startups, 25 crores has been capped up and internally it has to be capped up to 5 crores of operational expenditure. Now, coming to the strategic significance and expected outcomes. What are the expected outcomes by this initiative which is taken by the Government of India? Let's see that. So, it aims to formalize the recycling industry. Next, projecting an investment influx of 8,000 crore and the creation of 70,000 direct and indirect jobs. Okay. Next, secure the domestic supply chain for future technologies, mitigates geopolitical risks of import reliance, and save valuable foreign exchange reserves. Next, it aligns with national sustainability goals and structured e-waste management protocols. Make a note on it, friends. It aligns with national sustainability goals and structured e-waste management protocols. Got it? Now, that is about incentive scheme for critical mineral recycling. Now let us move on to the next topic known as Dalhan Atmanirbharata mission for self-sufficiency in pulses. Okay, Dalhan Atmanirbharata mission for self-sufficiency in pulses. Which ministry comes under? What is the nodal ministry for this scheme? It is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. What is the timeline for this in scheme? It is around also, it is again 6 years from financial year 2025 to 2026 to financial year 2030 to 31. This is the goal of Dalhan Atmanirbharata mission scheme. What is the budget which is allocated for this scheme? That is 11,440 crores. So, why this scheme has been come up? What is the major objective? The major objective is to achieve self-sufficiency and reduce import dependency by December 2027. By December 2027, we have to have self-sufficiency. We have to achieve self-sufficiency and reduce imports of pulses, import dependency by December 2027. This is the major objective of Dalhan Atmanirbharata mission. Okay, it strictly targets 3 pulses. Okay, it strictly targets 3 pulses. What are they? Tur, Urad and Masoor. Tur, Urad and Masoor. Okay, then targets to be achieved by 2030 to 31. What are the targets which has to be achieved? Production has to increase by 350 lakh tons. Okay, the production has to increase by 350 lakh tons. The cultivation area also has to increase by 310 lakh hectares. Then, and the yield has to be per hectare, it has to be 1130 kgs per hectare. Okay, so when was this Dalhan Atmanirbharata mission scheme was introduced? It is introduced during Vikshit Bharat Budget 2025. Okay, it is a 6-year machine for Atmanirbharata in pulses to launched with specific focus on Tur, Urad and Masoor. Okay, what are the central agencies which are linked to this Dalhan Atmanirbharata Bharat scheme is NAFED and NCCF. These NAFED and NCCF, what they do is they procure the pulses. They procure the pulses from the farmers in the 4 years of the period. How much they can produce? The NAFED and NCCF will procure in the next coming 4 years from farmers who register with these agencies. Next, it emphasizes the mission will be on development and commercial availability of climate resilient seeds, enhancing protein content, increasing productivity, improving post harvest storage and management, and assuring remunerative prices to farmers. Okay, generally in India, who will procure the food grains, wheat, rice and all? FCI, basically, Food Corporation of India. Food Corporation of India will procure and it will give to the PDS for distribution. In the same way, the pulses will be procured by NAFED and NCCF. Next, what are the key mechanisms? Let us see about this. Assured procurement. The government is giving 100% assurance of procurement of Tur, Urad and Masoor at MSP, market supportive, minimum supportive price, at minimum supportive price for the next 4 years. This will be executed under which scheme? PM Asha scheme. This will be executed under which scheme? PM Asha scheme. Okay. Next, state integration. In state, Sati portal has been Sati portal has been introduced. This is mandated to prepare rolling 5-year seed production plans. to prepare rolling 5-year seed production plans using the Sati portal to ensure effective implementation. Coming to the infrastructure thing, Government of India is setting up 1000 post-harvest processing and packaging units. 1000 post-harvest processing and packaging units will be installed. Next, what is the approach? It utilizes a cluster-based approach. What will it do? It utilizes a cluster-based approach tailored to regional needs, benefiting roughly how many farmers? 2 crore of farmers will be benefited. Okay. Next. So, let us see the status of pulses in India. What is the status of pulses in India? Let us see the status of pulses in India. Like globally, India holds a unique position by how it is the world's largest producer, largest consumer and largest importer of pulses. India is one of the largest importer of pulses, largest consumer of pulses and larger producer of pulses. Okay. So the top producing states of pulses are Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. What is it? MMR. Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. Okay. What is the dominant crop now? What we produce is the chickpea, the chana. It constitutes 47.4%, followed by pigeon pea or tur of 15.4%. So let us see. Now we are telling to tur, urud and masoor. So in which season they grow? Let's see now. In Kharif season, this tur dal and green gram, that is moong dal, will be grown in the Kharif season. And coming to Rabi season, chickpea means chana, lentil, masoor has been grown. And coming to summer season, this green gram and black gram means the urad dal will be grown. Okay. These are the seasonal crops. Now, it shows a steady growth rising from approximately 192 lakh tons to approximately 244 lakh tons. Next, recent years have seen 15 to 20% of spike in pulse imports. We have seen 15% to 20% spike in pulses imports due to insufficient domestic supply. Due to insufficient domestic supply, we are seeing the spike of imports from other countries to our India of 15 to 20%. We are importing pulses. Okay. The average Indian protein intake is currently below the recommended. What is it? It is below the recommended. Generally, it is 85 grams per day. Okay. Now, to reduce all these, to reduce the imports and to make India a self-reliance on pulses, India has come up with Dalhan Atmanirbharata Bharat scheme. Okay. Next, we'll move on to the next topic. The next topic is Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana. This Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana is not one single scheme. It is an umbrella scheme. Okay. It is an umbrella scheme where 36 all agricultural schemes are, all 36 agricultural schemes are consolidated under one umbrella scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay. In which ministry is this coming under? This comes under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare again. And when it is announced in the Union Budget of 2025 to 2026 financial year. What is the duration? Duration is 6 years again. From when? From financial year 2025 to 26 to financial year 2030 to 31. Okay. What is the outlay? How much has been allocated in the budget for Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana? It is 1.44 lakh crores for all the complete total 6 years. So for 6 years it is allocated 1.44 lakh crores annually, but annually it is giving 24,000 crores will be allocated annually for this program. So in which model this Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana has come up with is, it is modeled after Niti Aayog Aspirational District Program. It is modeled after Niti Aayog Aspirational District Program. Okay. Next. I already told you this scheme acts as an umbrella initiative by consolidating how many agricultural schemes? 36 agricultural schemes which are spread across 11 different ministries in India. Okay, this include major schemes like PM Kisan, which means the cash transfers to the farmers, and PMFBY, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, which is the crop insurance, integrating them alongside state schemes and private sector partnerships. Okay, these all are also included in the Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Samrakshan Yojana, Krishi Yojana, sorry. Okay, so why this scheme? We already have agricultural schemes in different ministries in India. We have so many incentivizes schemes like PM Kisan, PMFBY and all. But why this scheme? Why all this have to come under one umbrella stating PM Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana? Because this is to eliminate duplication of efforts. To eliminate the duplication of efforts, to reduce administrative inefficiency and boost actual asset formation. To boost the actual asset formation, this scheme has come up with. And see, let us see what is the target. The target is they are targeting 100 underperforming districts. 100 underperforming districts known for low agricultural yields. Okay. And then at least one district from every state must be included in this scheme. One district from every district. One district from every state must be included in this scheme. So coming to seeing in this perspective, UP will benefit because UP has highest shares with 12 districts. Okay. Now it aims to support how many farmers? 1.7 crore farmers will be supported by this scheme. Okay. Now let's move on. Okay, we have talked about all these. Now let us see what is the land holding capacity a farmer should have to be enrolled in this Pradhan Mantri Dhana Dhanya Krishi Yojana. It is the land holding criteria is focusing primarily on farmers owning less than 2 hectares of land. Farmer has to have less than 2 hectares of land. Okay. Then who are the specific beneficiaries? Specific beneficiaries include small and marginal farmers, young farmers, women in agriculture, and farmers located in historically low productive zones. These are the specific beneficiaries of this scheme. Next, who will be managing it? Central and state cannot be managed by a single nodal agency. So centrally it is managed by National Steering Committee headed by Union Minister. In state level it is managed by designated state nodal committees. Okay. So let us see what are the outcomes of this scheme. The yield will increase by 20 to 30% in output. Income also increases from 20 to 40%, and the resource efficiency also increases from 30 to 50% of water saving through micro irrigations like drift irrigation and all. Okay. Now post harvest we can expect 20% reduction in crop wastage through new village block level warehouse. Generally after post harvest there will be lot of agricultural waste. That agricultural waste is all normally dumped, or it will be recycled, or it will be burnt in some cases. So to reduce this pollution of this agricultural waste or this wastage, agricultural waste and all, the government of India has been coming up with new village and block level warehousing. This will help in reducing the crop wastage reduction by 20% after post harvest. Okay. Now, okay, this is about Pradhan Mantri Dhanadhanya Krishi Yojana. Now, let us moving on to the next topic, that is regulation of pharmaceutical sector. Regulation of pharmaceutical sector. India is often called the pharmacy of the world because we are the major country to manufacture, to import. We are major country to manufacture, import, distribute, and such a large pharmaceutical sector we have in India. So such a large company, such a large industry needs a strong regulations, isn't it? We need a strong regulations to ensure the quality, safety and affordability of the drugs which are available in India. Okay, so why suddenly the regulation of pharmaceutical sector has come into current affairs is the WHO raised a global alert following tragic child fatalities linked in contaminated Indian manufactured cough syrups. Indian manufactured cough syrups has been contaminated due to the which led to the child fatalities. This is what WHO has claimed with. Now, why this child fatality is happening while having this cough syrups is, it is because of a toxic solvent known as diethyl glycol. Okay, diethyl glycol is a chemical solvent, industrial solvent and antifreeze agent. It presents in pharmaceuticals. What happens if it is present in pharmaceutical syrups? It indicates severe supply chain and quality control failures. Okay, so because of this child deaths has been happened in India because of this cough syrups. Who claimed it? WHO. Next, let's see the institutional framework of this pharmaceutical sector. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay, remember the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. It is the apex national body which approves new drugs. When new drugs come into the market, those will be approved by CDSCO, and it observes clinical trials to for a drug and sets national drug standards, which are national drug standards are also been setted by this CDSCO. It also approves the new drugs. It oversees clinical trials also. Okay, next let's see, this is in state. Now coming central, coming to state drug regulations. State drug regulations, this is a local authorities, comes under local authorities. They actually grant license to manufactured drugs, to sell drugs, and responsible for inspecting local facilities. All the local facilities has been inspected by a local authorities, that is state drug regulators. They also grant licenses for manufacturing the drugs, and they also give permissions for selling drugs, and they are responsible for inspecting local facilities. Now, coming to National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. When a company produces something, don't you think the company also prices the product in the way which they want? If it is 5 rupees, they can cost 15 rupees also. Who is there to ask how much they are costing and all? So one agency has to be there to check out this prices also for the affordability of the drugs which are available. So what is that agency? It is National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. What does this do? This regulates the pricings of medicines in India. It regulates the pricings of medicines in India. Okay. Now, see, let us look into the legal framework. Every authority or every organization has to have some legal framework. What is it? Let's look into it. It is the umbrella law, which is the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, regulates imports, manufacture, distribution and sale of drugs in India. The distribution, manufacture, the sale of drugs, everything will be regulated by Import and Drugs Cosmetics Act 1940. And then the next, Schedule M. Schedule M, this is a critical schedule under the drug and cosmetic rules. Drug and cosmetic rules that mandates good manufacturing practices. Okay, it ensures manufacturing standards are aligned with WHO benchmarks. WHO will set a few benchmarks for a drug to come, like what the composition has to be, how the drug has to be made. All the standards, all the benchmark standards are set by the WHO. Those standards will have to be followed by any manufacturing industry in India, in pharmaceutical sector in India. So that will be looked by Schedule M. It ensures manufacturing standards are aligned with WHO benchmark. If it is not followed, it is a punishable offense. Okay. Next, what are the challenges now? Let's look into the challenges. India currently lacks a statutory framework. It doesn't have any statutory framework enforcing mandatory national drug recall for defective batches. Okay. Next, it has dual regulation by central and state agencies lead to inconsistent enforcement. These are the major challenges. And one of the major challenges, poor cold chain storage facilities. Poor cold chain storage facilities, which leads to degradation of drug quality. Degradation of drug quality before reaching the consumer. So, as per the WHO data, 1 in 10 medical products in low and middle income countries is standard or falsified. Okay. Okay, this is what WHO has stated. Now, what are the recent parliamentary recommendations which has come up in 2024 and 2025 is the Standing Committee on Chemicals and Fertilizers. Standing Committee on Chemicals and Fertilizers. What are the demands of this committee? The demands of this committee is to make distribution guidelines legally binding to secure the supply chain. To dismantle fake drug networks through better CDSO, state police coordination. Okay. Urgently update good manufacturing practices. These all have to be done. These are the demands which the committee has been recently recommended in Parliament is Standing Committee on Chemicals and Fertilizers. Okay. This is what happened. This is the reason why the pharmaceutical sector came into current affairs now. Okay. Now, so let us move on to the next topic. Our next topic is Tribunals in India and Tribunal Reform Act. So what are these tribunals? Okay, these tribunals are, when the courts in India, what happened is, are facing blockage of cases. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Our next topic is Tribunals in India and Tribunal Reforms Act. Okay, so let's see what is it. What are tribunals? These tribunals are created in courts, either it be Supreme Court or High Court, because courts in India are facing huge blockage of cases. To reduce this burden and provide specialized speedy justice, India created tribunal. To give specialized and speedy justice, India has created the tribunals to cover this all the gaps in holding the cases in the court. Okay, so these tribunals are the judicial and quasi-judicial bodies established deals with specialized matters like taxation, environment, service disputes, and provides faster and expert decisions. Okay, what is the first tribunal in India? The first tribunal of India was the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, ITAT, established in 1941. This is the first tribunal of India. Okay, basically this tribunals concept is nowhere mentioned in the Constitution of India previously, but these tribunals concept has been added to the Constitution by 42nd Amendment Act 1976 in Part 14 of A, Clause A. Okay, now see which article talks of what. Article 323 clause A, this talks about the administrative tribunals dealing with service matters of public servants. Okay, now article 323 clause B, this article talks about the tribunals dealing with other subjects like taxation, land reforms, foreign exchanges, etc. And these can be established by parliament and state legislatures. This can be established by both parliament and state legislatures. Okay, now why this tribunals has come into the limelight is because of the court context and the Supreme Court judgment once which has been given. That is, the Supreme Court struck down specific provisions of the Tribunal Reforms Act 2021 pertaining to appointments, tenure and service conditions of the judges and lawyers. Okay, the parliament had reenacted provisions that were previously struck down by the Supreme Court without fixing the underlying constitutional defects. Without underlying, they have been reenacted the provisions. The 2021 Act conflicted with binding Supreme Court ruling from the Madras Bar Association cases of 2020 and 2021. These rulings emphasizes the separation of powers and judicial independence. Okay, cut here and so underlying this constitutional defects, the 2021 Act conflicted with binding Supreme Court ruling from the Madras Bar Association cases of 2021 and 2021. These ruling emphasizes the separation of powers and judicial independency. So what is the interim judgment which is given by the interim measure which is taken by the Supreme Court of India is the directions given in the Madras Bar Association 4 and 5 cases will apply until a new constitutionally compliant law is passed. As said by the Madras Bar Association case 4 and 5, that is in 2020 and 2021, the separation of powers and judicial independency has to be followed. This is the interim measure which is given by the Supreme Court. Okay, now this is about the Tribunal Reform Act. Okay, now let us go into the next topic, which is the cyber crime in India. Now, crime in India is no more physical now, no more physical crimes and all. Digital crimes are happening more than the physical crimes. Okay, so the main thing is the report to remember. What is the report to remember is that cyber crime ramifications, protection and prevention, which is released by Parliamentary Panel on Home Affairs. What it is written? It is written cyber crime ramifications, protection and prevention. Okay, basically India witnessed financial losses, too much of financial losses exceeding 31,500 crores from 2019 to 2024 due to cyber frauds. India has seen a huge financial losses like approximately to 31,500 crores from 2019 to 2024. Okay, this is a very huge loss. Next, what are the core definitions and emerging terms? What are the emerging terms in cyber crime in India? What are the measures and also NCRP? What is NCRP? NCRP is the National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal. National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal. It defines it is an illegal act. It is an illegal act where an electronic device or network is either the weapon, tool or the target. Okay. Next, cyber crime as a service. This is one. It is an organization. It is an organized crime model where advanced hacker rent out malware. They rent out malware and tools to less skilled individuals, lowering the barrier to entry for cyber attacks. Next, cryptojacking. What is cryptojacking? Unauthorized use of a victim's computing power Unauthorized use of a victim's computing power to mine cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency example I can give you like Bitcoin. Okay. Next, digital arrests. What are these digital arrests? A new social engineering threat where scammers impersonate law enforcement officials via video calls to extort money. Okay, these we have been highly seeing, right? Everyone will be must be knowing about it. Next, evasion tech. What is evasion tech? It is criminals increasingly mask their identities. They mask their identities using VPNs, encryption and bulletproof hosting. Okay, by using these they mask their identities and they commit crime. Okay, these are few. Now, what are the institutional and administrative framework? India has come up with, these are all the cyber crimes which we have seen. Now, India, I4Cs. What is I4Cs? It is written I4C. And since 4 C's, 1, 2, 3, 4. I is Indian. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, which is established in the year 2020 to act as the nodal point, which acts as a nodal point in fight against cybercrime. Okay, next, this is CERTN. This is Computer Engineering Response Team India. Computer Emergency Response Team India. What this will do? It is the national nodal agency for responding to computer security incidents. Next, NCIIP. These are few initiatives which are taken by the government to eradicate the cyber crimes in India. NCIIP, it is the National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center, which is tasked with protecting assets whose encapsulation would severely impact national security, income or public health. Next, NCRP. What is this NCRP now? The centralized portal for citizens to report cyber complaints. To report a cyber complaint for citizens, NCRP is one portal which has been launched by Government of India. Next is tech-driven defense initiatives. Tech-driven defense initiatives. What are those initiatives? Mule Hunter AI. This Mule Hunter AI, which has been deployed by the RBI for what? To detect and track money mules across used to launder illicit funds. Okay. Next is ERM system. What is this ERM system means? It is an AI-backed fraud detection and enterprise risk management system utilized by the NPCI. NPCI means National Payments Corporation of India. This Mule Hunter was deployed by RBI and this ERM system was deployed by National Payments Corporation of India. Okay. Next, let's see the legal framework for the cyber crimes in India. What is the legal framework? The primary act, what is that act? Information Technology Act 2002, IT Information Technology Act 2000. What is the primary act? The primary act is the Information Technology Act 2000. What is it? The report highlights existing gaps in this act and lack of intermediary accountability. Okay. What are the general penal codes? The general penal codes are Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is the general penal codes. What are the other laws? Other laws are addressed under various special and local laws for cyber crimes in India. Now, what are the key drivers for recent surges? What happened recently, the cyber crimes is digital penetration, means the massive expansion of the JAM Trinity. Okay, massive expansion of JAM Trinity. What is JAM Trinity? One is J means Jandan, A is Aadhaar, M for mobile. By this expansion of JAM Trinity and platforms like UPI and DigiLocker. Don't you think so? In DigiLocker we are giving our complete information we are giving to DigiLocker, like, though it is a government platform, we are providing our Aadhaar, PAN, our driving licenses, our 10 certificates, 11, what not, everything. Even our income, caste certificates, our, I think so UPI is also linked to the DigiLocker, I am not sure about it, but the thing is we are giving every information regarding us, even our mark sheets are visible there. Okay, so don't we think we are becoming digital? Obviously we should be happy that we are becoming digital, but in the same way we are facing so many threats by that, isn't it? I don't know. But DigiLocker is one of the major this thing which has high information about the citizens of India. Okay, let us leave about it. So this is one thing. Next, the transitional syndicates. Operations are often run from international, the safe havens, creating severe jurisdictional hurdles. Recently, this includes Indian citizens being trafficked abroad and coerced into running cyber scams. Okay? Okay. I hope you liked this session today. So, to get a detailed note on it, please visit our website and download the note from there. And for your UPSC preparation, do follow our YouTube channel, do follow our Telegram channel and our Instagram account. All the links are given below in the description. Please check it out and download the note from the website for this content. See you all tomorrow with another current affairs. Thank you.